Alright, welcome back to another live stream over here on SCS Combat. And tonight we are here for UFC 325. Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez and Teofimo Lopez, and Teofimo Lopez against Shakur Stevenson. And we are off. We're starting straight away, right on, well, not on time, but right at the start of Fiziev versus Buffy. Let's go. Alright, so, sorry, leg kick from Huffy there. This is interesting, like, obviously a very, very, very good striking matchup. See what happens here. Fiziev obviously known for more of his reflexes, crazy like matrix style head movement. That's obviously like one of the main highlights from the UFC with him is that like head kick dodge. Obviously knockout of the year against Bobby Green. Obviously last time out against Benoit Saint Denis he did it submitted, but that's the way it goes. And people forget like BSD or Benoit Saint Denis was such a fighter, which is the reason why he was like rejected so quick and give Dustin Poirier, and obviously Poirier beat him. And I believe he also had a staff in that fight. And he's looked pretty good since his return. I think was it Moicano that beat him. Apart from that, though, he's still pretty good. Like his nice leg kick from Fiziev, nice body shot there from Fiziev as well. Good to be back, man. Welcome back. We're just in the clinch right now. Up against Cage. Knee to the body from Fiziev. Side elbow attempt from Hovey. Nice body kick there from Fiziev. Switch body kick. Good head movement there from Fiziev. Dodge that right hand. Fiziev obviously had a couple of tough fights against Justin Gaethje. Probably falls from them to prefer. Have maybe not the greatest research done for this one. I was out all day covering the Theatre of Dreams Mark Dunlop show. Quick shout out to him. Thank you for having me. And yeah, your card. Talk more on that later. So Fiziev has got 56% of the center control, whereas Huffy has 1 right now. So that kind of shows who's pressuring more. There's a nice shot though. Nice backhand from Huffy. Grab the body from Fiziev. Not a lot thrown yet from Huffy. I also don't know if I'm pronouncing the second name right, so if I am saying it wrong, my apologies. There's a nice right hook though from him. Kind of fainted a front kick. Oh, there's a nice right hand though from Fiziev. He don't kind of see him move though. It looks like fainted front kicks and then through left and right. Both landed clean. Fiziev a southpaw here. Nice head kick and straight right hand from Huffy. Fiziev takes it well though. That's probably what he's looking for up against Cage here is that counter. Seems like he let himself get pressured so much otherwise. I'd like to see more activity from Fiziev to the body. As I say that, he throws another one of those switch kicks. There's a nice job from Huffy. This is that counter. Good feint there, good foot feint from Fiziev. There's a right hand for Huffy. Good head movement from Fiziev again. One two to the body, Fiziev. There's a nice right hand. He loaded up on that one from Huffy. Misses that counter hook. Nice right hand from him again. that is the end of round one. Very difficult round to score because obviously like Fiziev had a lot of pressure and a lot of good moments, whereas I don't know. Um, whereas Huffy came on later in the fight or later in the round and landed his own shots. A lot of good right hands from him there. Maybe just to steal the round. Great body work from Fiziev as well, as we see in the replays. Um, Close round. I think I'm going to give it to Fiziev though for his earlier work. Ooh, the timer. Quick with this one. Door. Nice. You. Here we go. Round underway. Oh, is that perfect timing? Is that perfect timing? Perfect. Nice. And back kick to the body from Huffy. Apologies for the silence here. I'm tweeting. So give me a minute. There's a nice counter right hand though from Huffy. Job from Huffy. Huffy did seem to be finding his timing at the end of that round. It'll be interesting to see if he can get on that again, but I do think he maybe has started this round slower again. There's a nice leg kick, inside leg kick from Fiziev. They both go for like a stance switch shot. Both trade jabs there. Right hook blocked. Game from Huffy, that hook. Double jab from Huffy there. Nice teep kick to the body from Fiziev. Interesting game plan here for Huffy. He lands a nice backhand there. But it does look like he wants kind of that one punch counter KO at the moment, maybe, or maybe he's just trying to figure out the pressure. Wheel kick lands from Fiziev, maybe not as much power as it could have been because he did slip, but it did land. Low kick from Fiziev. But obviously, like in terms of chin, Fiziev took some clean uppercuts from Gaethje and just slowly went down, stayed there, so he can go down, but have to put away. Here, Huffy up on the distance head strikes 5 to 20 or 21 to 5. Jab from Viziev. You would expect because it does look like he's the longer reach here as he lands a double jab. Nice backhand end on the hook there from Huffy. Body care from Viziev. He seems to be loading up more, maybe finding the confidence in timing with his shots now. His accuracy. He's looking for that counter. Body kick from Fiziev, and you're starting to see maybe some reddening on the side of Huffy. Don't even know if that's a word. Yeah, nice job there from Huffy as well. Oh, big right hand, and that one's really hurt Fiziev. Down goes Fiziev. Couple of more shots. Fiziev's really hurt here. He's going for a takedown. He's looking to keep his head moving on the ground. 50 seconds left to go in this round. Can he survive? He's getting hit now. Fiziev's out, surely. No. Oh, no. Yep, no. What's happening here? Fiziev's up to his feet. He gets hit with another huge uppercut. He goes down again. He's getting hit with some huge shots here, and the referee steps in, and that is it. What a win for Mauricio Huffy. Out goes Fiziev. Perfectly timed counter. Well done. What a performance. What a stoppage. Might be over for Taito Vasa. You hear the replay? Just a huge leaping straight right hand. Really hurts Fiziev. Another right hook behind it puts him down. That one was right in the temple. That's where your legs go. Left, right, and centre, and you can't even do anything about it. There's down goes Fiziev, and he did eat a lot of ground and pound shots. This exchange immediately after, I thought he'd go down, or go out. He stayed up, but he did kind of cover up as Huffy was landing down more shots towards the end after surviving a bit, and the referee stops in. Great win for him there. Great comeback one as well, by the way, because you never know what way fighters will take losses. Um, in terms of how it affects their style or their motivation, their discipline to their training. Uh, you would think it would obviously motivate them, but you never know. Some fighters maybe struggle to gain that belief back. But he's clearly done a good job there, and he looked very relieved at the end of that as well. So credit to him. Great win. And a quick update in the boxing. I believe we are now on the co-main event, which should be starting soon. So that that is Keyshawn Davis. I'm pretty sure making his return after a very not good sequence of events, shall we just say. You know, a lot happened for his last fight. Then like we seen him miss weight, get stripped of his title. Then his opponent said, "No, I'm not fighting him," which is fair enough. Then that fight's off. The main event of it was in his hometown. That's off. Then he's walking around the arena eating popcorn after missing weight, and then I don't know, it was shambles for him. There was a backstage brawl between his brothers and another fighter, and mad sequence of events. He's back. Let me hear what Huffy has to say here upon his victory. All right, so there we have it. Very emotional, praiseful message there from Huffy, and he gets the Aussie, Aussie, Aussie chant in there at the end as well. Shout out to him, great performance, great victory. He also did just make the Conor McGregor call out. Who knows? I mean, he got the comparisons at the start of his career. For him to not get that fight would be insane, but for anyone to get the McGregor fight at this rate would be insane because him coming back and the date and the time and a lot of things to do with it have obviously that's why he's been out for so long. It's hard to tell if he'll actually be back or not. But he calls out Pimlet as well. You said anyone's available, so those were his two names, Pimlet and McGregor. So you never know. All right, so yeah, as I was saying, um, I was at Theatre of Dreams today, which is a show presented by Mark Dunlop over at MHD Promotions. Great card, fight card, which I liked. Was very efficient in my opinion because of that. I like that, and star-studded lineup. I mean, look, some people in general, obviously, like you're gonna know some of these names. If you don't know them now, you will know them. Um, Jim McMahon in particular put on a very stylish performance. You can see my interview with him up now as well. He brought great head movement, belly shell, really good counter shots, good defense, and he's 5-0 now. Looks like he's starting to put his work together really well. Um, so it's interesting to see what he will do in the future. And Kyle Smith, he got a very good win for his third fight over Jordan Granum. I think that is. My bad if I did mispronounce that. I think it's close though. And look, I was at here, or the last time Granum was over here, I was at that fight, and people call journeyman, and that's what happened that week. They called out Jake Pollard, and were messing about with him because of his record and the fact that he lost. I think he had 100 losses at that point, and that journeyman showed up to win that night, Jordan Granum. And what I seen was brutal. I'll be honest with you. Shout out Gary Arthurs, and I can't wait to see him back. But that was a brutal watch. So that's what they can do, and all credit to Kyle Smith because he went out there, put on a great performance, and handled such a what can be a difficult opponent well for his third fight. So that shows also the potential for him in the future. Then we had Jared Hughes on there. Shout out to him. My first interview. Great to catch up with him tonight. For him to finally get back in the ring. Last time out was March, so been out for near a year, but he gets back in the ring and gets the decision victory as well tonight. Good to see him back. I mean, it's always like those involved in good fights as well. Like the guy he fought Brung at the Tiger at rail. See his walkout, insane. Yeah, yeah, that's what some of these fighters gotta do, man. They just bring different elements to boxing, which is good. Um, Jared Hughes looked sharp in there, improved quite a bit. Back in the ring, fucking activity this year. Good to see him back. Then now Carlos Pereira. Check out. I interviewed all these fighters. Unfortunately, I did not get the interview with Kyle Smith. Apart from him, I interviewed every other fighter. Um, we'll get him one day though. So Carlos Pereira. Look, last time out, he wasn't necessarily. I think he said it in the interview. Kind of maybe got thrown off by the fact that or it was his debut, and he got thrown off about how quick his opponent came out and the way he was fighting. And look, it was a tough fight. It was a kind of ended up being like a scrappy war, and Carlos Pereira came out on top, moved to 1-0, and then tonight very much improved composure, shot selection, um, great uppercuts in their head and body. Landed some nice shots, got the decision victory as well. So Shout out to him as he looks to get activity this year as well. But much improved and definitely handling a lot of things better right now. Or a lot of the probably the elements of the crowd stuff definitely getting the terms of it in that last performance compared to the first one or whatever might have threw him off. And then obviously the main event, Posh Boy, as he's nicknamed, Colin Murphy, put on an absolutely dominant and brutal performance uh, to win the Commonwealth featherweight title. Great fighter. He's 16-0 now, I think, and is fighting again for the IBO super featherweight world title in March against Jonah Carl. He is he's quite sharp. He talked a lot in the interview that I done with him about his training and kind of just that discipline that he has that always show up and just doesn't stop. And heard him say that he wants to, prove that he give it his all, and he certainly seems to be doing that. Um, Another great performance, stoppage, another title. Had five of those now. His last fight was for the EBU silver title, and he could have won that by knockout. Fortunately, he had a, or not unfortunately, but he had a very flingy opponent, shall we say. Shout out to him though, because he was sound. He's Luke Pearson, so shout out. But the kind of the clinching game, wasn't able to get it done that time or get him out of there. He did get it done though. He won. He won near every round. So yeah, very promising with him. Be interesting to see, but he looks like he's good technique, good shot selection, as I was saying. So oh, good to see him out again. And yeah, what a show. Shout out to and is there anyone that I met, by the way? Shout out. Very good people are. Yeah, go. Good to be back for show of the year. And it's good to get back into it. Maybe after a while off. You haven't done an interview in a while, but it's good to get back into it and get used to it again and get the opportunity to get better. Because yeah, I do feel like over time, so you get more into it, with fighters more, they're easier to talk to, they're easier to maybe get answers out of if you don't have if you don't have as many questions. So yeah, um, good to be there. Once again, thanks for having me. Omar sent an makes his way to the octagon here. Daniel Cormier's keys to victory for him are smart pressure and secure takedown. They do seem to be showing more in the walkouts, which was a heavy criticism from the last card. Benoit sent an one of two fighters in UFC history to average 5 plus significant strikes per minute, 4 plus takedowns per 15 minutes, and 50% striking accuracy, which might be the second highest. Wait, one of two. Must be to have 50 or over. Barney Kim Velasquez is the other one. But here comes Dan Hooker. Obviously, he's been involved in quite a heavy back and forth with Paddy Pimlet over the last couple of weeks. Coming off the back of that loss to Arman Sirkin, where he kind of just got dominated. But pretty sound fighter, pretty good fighter as well. See number six here in the lightweight, which means you're pretty flipping decent because that division nowadays is insane. And that whether he wins or loses tonight, he could end up fighting Paddy Pimlet. So that'd be a good fight though. But that last fight, Armin kind of just showed levels. and like the difference in levels between maybe the fifth ranked and the second rank. Whenever he beat Gamrot, I remember watching that. That was like insane because kind of I wouldn't say around the time I started watching. Definitely wasn't. I've been watching the sport like for a very long time now, like maybe close to a decade or 10 years. But um, whenever I started kind of getting really like into hardcore, kind of I don't know if I'd say hardcore, but I don't know if I like that label as much. But when I started watching a lot, obviously when a lot of people will start watching, it was during COVID and stuff like that. So I always remember Dan Hooker, obviously watched the Poirier fight live, stuff like that. There, you remember these fighters. So to see him come back and get such a big win and break back into the top five, um, in kind of the modern day of the sport, I think it was a year or two ago now though. That was cool to see. It was good to see, like even to see Gaethje. Like obviously I was up watching whenever he fought Tony Ferguson. Shout out to Ferguson by the way, but and Gaethje, and then he comes back and he's two-time interim champion now. Or whenever Poirier was doing these fights, it was cool to see kind of the legends from I suppose my time. Dan Hooker is the heavy underdog here. 5 year age difference. Got the 1 inch height advantage and a 2 inch reach advantage. Dan Hooker 35, Benoit Saint Denis 30. I do have Benoit Saint Denis in this one, so it will be interesting to see. And my apologies by the way, I could not get my prediction video out. Uh, yeah, unfortunate. I do have Bulk. I do have Benoit Saint Denis. I did have Raphael Fiziev, I think. Or did I? I think I did. I think I might have picked Tuffy. I remember I did record it, but unfortunately, I do have to do like hours worth of editing on my audio. Even you wouldn't think it maybe based on the visual, but the audio edited a lot. And yeah, unfortunately, I did not have the time. Kind of the show the day, and then I do a lot of UFC content, but I am kind of UFC unboxing, so or MMA unboxing. So I did get my Avian Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson prediction video out. Had to be one or the other, and that's the first one I recorded, so it's the first one I put out. Well, here we are. We're live either way for both fights. Although the timing is not great at the moment, to be honest. I think we're in the co-main of both at the same time. Hopefully, Keyshawn Davis doesn't get a knockout. No offense to him, but it would do me a favor. I think. Hopefully, it would delay the that work. I don't know. Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Hopefully this ends early. Then Keyshawn gets a decision over 12. It might be 12 rounds or 10. That obviously goes longer, and then we can hopefully watch the main event. To be fair, the boxing main event will probably come on at about 5 on time with the UFC, maybe. But the amount of the time in between fights in boxing compared to the UFC is absolutely ridiculous. Nice tape kick to the body there from Dan Hooker. Round timer is gone completely out the windows waffling. There's a double leg takedown from Denis, but Dan Hooker crocodile rolls out of it. You're gonna have to bear with that clock being a bit late. Body kick from Hooker. Denis on a single leg going for the double leg now. Hooker threatening the guillotine. Tasty still going for that takedown. Needed the body there. They separate from the clinch. Dan Hooker's got him up against the cage now. He misses the right hand. Deep kick to the body again from Dan Hooker. Another nice deep kick to the body, and those are landing really clean for Dan Hooker. this guy. He's actually he looked completely different like 2 years ago. Turned around one day, dyed his hair and maxed out in tattoos. Oh, there's a nice right hand though from Saint Denis. Bench here. Underhooks now for Dan Hooker. Going for the trip, is he? Did he get it? No. In a separate. Head kick. Barely landed maybe for Saint Denis. Going for a takedown again. I think Arman presented a pretty clear path to victory against Dan Hooker. Not clear, not in like terms of easy. Showed how to beat him if you can get him down there. Land a lot of ground and pound, but uh, Hooker's fought Gamrot. Nice fight in Saint Denis. He's doing good so far on the takedown defense. He's not easy to get down, which is also credit to Arman. Is he maybe just lands a head kick there? I love the way like a lot of the times in the sport, the nice hook, both her straight shots there and they're in the clinch again. But I love the way a lot of the times in this sport, someone will just completely mess something up. They're going after them with literally doing the exact same thing to each other here on a trip and they're just pack up into the clinch. Yeah. Like instead of throwing, the other fighter just allows it and like resets. That's them reset. Like it happened. Oh, there's a trip from Saint Denis. Really nice trip as he's in side control now. And they're kind of closer to the center of the octagon than the edge. See what he can do here. It happened in Aspinall versus Gan. Aspinall just actually done like a spin. Like it wasn't even elbows here from Saint Denis. It wasn't even like he didn't throw the kick right at all. And Gan just allowed it and proceeded to stick his fingers into his head. Get the bowling ball grip there on Tom Aspinall. Now he's been out for now he is out for a long time. So hopefully he gets recovered because the time it took to get to where he was. I think Saint Denis going for a Kimura here. Trying to break that grip from Dan Hooker. This is obviously how Islam Makachev submitted him in their fight as well. He lets go of it. Dan Hooker sprawls and gets up. Nice. Nice uppercut though. Needed the body now from Saint Denis, elbow on the inside. Body shot from Hooker. Body shot again from Saint Denis. Nice right hand, left hand though from Hooker. Saint Denis returns with the right hand. Uppercut. Saint Denis, body kick now from him. We're getting scrappy here. If Dan Hooker takes his time, he could. Yep, there's a huge uppercut. It's a nice uppercut, but it was a massive uppercut. But Saint Denis gets the trip again. I was literally about to say, as Saint Denis was for ground and pound here. I was about to say, Dan Hooker just composes for a second. Saint Denis gonna run onto a shot, and then he just lands a massive uppercut. That's definitely 10-9 Saint Denis though, in my opinion. Hooker has a good chin though. Don't want to say it because I said it about Fizzy before he got knocked out, but that Jalen Turner head kick, he just took that. Alright, round two, about to start. Dan Hooker's a cut over his eye. Round two underway. Leg kick there from Hooker. Anthony going straight in for the double leg again. Nice right hand from Anthony. Gets the takedown. Hooker on the doors. Crocodile roll out of it from Anthony, who is just punting all the pressure he can on Dan Hooker. Here knees up the middle now in the clinch. Uppercut from Hooker, who threatens to choke again. Now he's on top of BSD. Takedown from Hooker. They kind of keep ending up in this position where they're both like side by side. Oh, huge elbows now from Saint Denis. He's holding the arm of Hooker. Hooker cannot defend that side of his face. He's getting hit with some huge elbows here. Saint Denis lets the arm go. He's landing some huge ground and pound. He's kind of got this mind thing. He goes to the Kimura now and he's got that great arm lock. Is he going to get it? You're going to have to break down Hooker's arm and tell you that. That's a go. He's going for the arm triangle now. It's the same way that Arman did submit Dan Hooker. But he doesn't need to go off to the side here. He's still kind of on mount. 26 significant ground strikes for Anthony here. Let's go with that arm triangle and some shoulder shots in there now. Something we've seen from fighters in the past like Nick Diaz and Conor McGregor. And elbows now. I don't think I've ever seen him on the ground though. Elbows again down the middle from Saint Denis. Hooker sprawling and he gets that arm triangle again. Is he going to advance here? He does go off the side and this is tight. Dan Hooker's fighting here. This is tight. Dan Hooker might go out here. Yeah. Go on, Dan Hooker, fight. Get out of it. He's so close. This is tight though. This is oh no, this is very tight actually. Change of camera angle just changes the whole world. Like, oh, he's getting looser maybe. No, head's actually going purple. Big, and then he just readjusted his grip. Volley off to the side now for Santini. Hooker is fighting here. This is what you'd love to see. Looks like it's getting looser. This choke. Hooker, oh, he's changing it to kind of like a Doris now maybe. Volley just changed his grip to. He's like, all right, oh, let's go. He's out for a second. Oh, he's got that arm the whole way back up. He's off the side fully now. I mean, he's got his arm around his leg and everything here. Shout out Dan Hooker, what a fighter. Then he lets go as he lands some more ground and pound now. Huge elbows coming in. A lot of blood there. It's a very dominant round. This could be a 10-8. Huge elbows now down the middle. Elbows ground and pound now. Looking for that arm triangle again. Anthony. Huge cut above the eye for Dan Hooker. Elbows again now from Anthony, and this could be a 10-8 if he doesn't get the stoppage. Body shots now from Anthony. What Dan Hooker though? What an escape from that submission. Elbows again on top from Anthony through the middle of the guard. And Dan Hooker's hurt here. Maybe he's trying to defend himself, but it's difficult. He's fully mounted. Elbows down the middle. Dan Hooker's rolling over here. He's really hurt. Huge elbows now. Tries to fight back up to his feet. By the time he moves, Anthony readjusts that arm triangle. He escapes again. Anthony looking to posture up here and on some more huge elbows, which he's about to do. And he does. He's landing more elbows now through the middle, and those are landing clean on the shin. Dan Hooker's probably going to have to do something here to defend himself because this is over. Yeah, this is not going to last long. Huge shots now, ground and pound elbows again from Anthony, and Dan Hooker's stuck. Full mount, he can't do anything. Anthony's putting on the pressure heavy. Dan Hooker has to do something. He has to fight. No, he's very hurt, and that is it. It's over. What a performance. Wow. That's insane. It's insane he took all those punches, but then didn't go out. But Dan Hooker with no other choice. Couldn't escape. Couldn't escape. Full guard, or the full mount. And Saint Denis with relentless pressure, submission attempts. and elbows, and then at the end punches. He KOs Dan Hooker in round two. I get the tweet out here. Right, fortunate to see Dan Hooker lose again, but I mean that was crazy. He really couldn't do anything at all there. By the way, like literally just stuck in that mount. That was that. Him trying, but fortunately there was nowhere to go. Rudy and Connor Bain giving each other a push and a shove. A headbutt. Shout out Christian and Belly in the background. Let me hear this interview. Alright, so Santini literally he's called out everyone. Calls out Holloway, Oliver, Gaethje, Poirier, He actually called out Arman, which I think is actually a really good fight. Um, because obviously with the current title picture, he just injures fought good. Yeah, obviously with the current title picture, with Gaethje being um, Gaethje being interim champ, got obviously he's going to be fighting Taporia next, most likely. So that leaves Holloway and Oliver. The winner of that could fight Arman in the meantime, or we do get um, or we won't have here. Yeah, either that or we get him versus Anthony. I actually do think that's a good call out. I think he's going to be number 6 in the division now. So if Arman has to stay busy, that's got to be the fight. But the main event is up next. Alexander Volkanovski, the slight favorite here. Makes sense. All right, let's get a we can get some commentary here as well, where we just ended round 4. Sean Davis in the co-main event. That ring is massive. Yeah, this ring is insane. They've got like they've got like strange stars. Got like a outer outer square. Then you got the actual ring, which is also huge. This looks pretty good. Big arena as well. This is a really decent fight, by the way. Teofimo Lopez versus Core Stevenson. Um, man's gloves are ripped there. People that ever wore them, kind of like what do you call them? I don't know what you call them. It's just like blue gloves. I see like doctors wearing them. You ever wear them things that rip when you do practically anything with them? But Sean Davis here, coming out round 5, former world champion. I do believe that he's up a weight class now. But yeah, Teofimo Lopez versus Core Stevenson is a very, very close 50-50 fight between two of the greats of kind of the last decade in boxing. Core Stevenson obviously known for his defense. Teofimo Lopez known for maybe not showing up at times, but then when stakes are the highest and he's doubted, showing up to maximum ability and pulling off insane victories over the likes of Vasily Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. If you're here and you're wondering, are we doing the UFC? We are. We are just waiting for the next fight to come on. Obviously, it is the main event. Bulk versus Lopez. Hopefully it's on soon, but in the meantime, we are here for Deshaun Davis, and we're just watching a bit of this. Um, Fans have him up 4-0. The one of the commentators had him up 3-1. They some huge names here at ringside. Got the likes of Connor Bain, Eddie Hearn, got Turkey there as well. Obviously, it's a ring event. Gennady Golovkin also at ringside. Alexander Usyk. I believe that is Golovkin, by the way. My bad if it isn't. But did see Beterbiev, Eubank, Kristen and Billy. I think this is because of the ring awards. A lot of these fighters are here tonight. Great body shot there though from Ortiz. Kind of just interested now. If I've missed anything on a ringside. Better be if. Be interesting to see him back. Obviously, he's coming off that loss to Bivol for all the belts, but obviously before that he beat him. So they're 1-1. Be interesting to see. Although Bivol had Terence Crawford there as well, by the way, at ringside. What a lineup of fighters, by the way. Terence Crawford, Chris Eubank Jr., Arthur Beterbiev, and Christian Mbelly, all right beside each other. These two frustrate each other, talk to each other at the end of that round. Just quickly on the UFC, obviously Diego Lopez is coming off that been an elbow victory over Dean Silva. Before that, he lost to Volk. Volk's coming off that win over Diego Lopez in the first fight. I did pick Volk here, but it is interesting. It's going to be close. I think Volk has the ability to get better in rematches. Hopefully, he doesn't get caught again. Obviously, he did get dropped in the last one. Shout out Volk. Um, I've picked him, so hopefully he gets done. But if Diego Lopez wins, by the way, I won't be mad. Oh, I mean, yeah, not that I would be mad, but like, I'd probably be a bit devastated, to be honest, if Volk loses. But by that, I meant Diego Lopez would be a good champion to have, because even when he lost that last fight to Volk, or the first Volk fight, everyone was saying he will be back for that belt, and there's no denying he's a great fighter, really good fighter. Um, and will be a really good champion to have. Very entertaining fight style. Did see some of the Ring Magazine awards. Terence Crawford won Male Fighter of the Year. Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn won Fight of the Year for their first fight back in April. What else we got? Brand Norman Jr. wins Knockout of the Year. Pretty good awards. Good to see Chris Eubank Jr. is doing well, by the way. Obviously, he had here from Keyshawn Davis. Obviously, Eubank had a few health problems that he did kind of showed us a bit online after his Conor Benn fight. It was good to see that he recovered from whatever that was, and he's back. And Billy's sitting ringside, and he's just put his earphones in, and it's clearly obvious that stuff. But Arthur better be sitting beside him like respect. It's a nice job from Ortiz. Right hand there, or left hand, sorry, from Ortiz as well. Gotta be Golovkin. Golovkin, I'm pretty sure, by the way, might have just saved amateur Olympic boxing. Olympic boxing. Shout out to him. They were actually going to remove it from LA 2028, which is actually sad. Your combination there from Ortiz, but that shows kind of the state that the amateur boxing. Uh, oh, really good left hander from Ortiz. Was a good shot. That kind of shows the state of amateur boxing. Shout out to him. Hopefully returning in March. But Mick Conlon said it best whenever he got robbed and literally robbed, proved proved in court, I'm pretty sure, that that one was rigged when he lost in the Rio 2016 Olympics after putting on a pretty dominant performance. Then he loses via decision. You see Tiafimo here isn't even warming up or anything. This might have been earlier. But everyone thought he won, and then this whole controversy stuff. Then he goes on the interview after and says that amateur boxing stinks and it's rotten from the core to the top, which is true. See it all the time in amateur boxing. Kind of like last time I watched the Olympics, sitting there like, how did they beat them? Doesn't make sense at all. Like there's no way that they won that fight. And then they just get it. Like, yeah, we all know what's happening here. But it's crazy how even in the Olympics, like the actual top tier of the amateur sport, like it doesn't get higher than that. The 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 shine, the level, the stardom, like the Olympics, such a prestige event. Probably the word I was looking for there. Can still be rigged. Crazy. Crazy that people take money, by the way, as well, to just ruin dreams. I'm glad them people got caught in that one. Really good left hook from Keyshawn there. Very wide stance here from Davis, by the way. A lot of power in his shots. Holy, my bad. I literally just elbowed my desk. Alright, quick switch back. I do believe Diego Lopez is walking out here. Oh, he's in the octagon. This is Volk. Let me hear this. Alright, you gotta hear that walkout because I tell you what, a walkout can actually really change the mood of a fight at this time in the morning, especially. I mean, this 3 a.m. start. An hour mightn't sound like much, but it definitely is when you're when you're sitting there at like stupid time, just finishing up. You've done an all nighter. An hour does actually save a lot. Like this 20 past 4 main event stuff is crazy. So yeah, even like last week, whenever Paddy walked out, that's actually like top 5 walkouts ever. Um, and he just walks out dancing, tune blasting. What a walkout! Like remix, by the way, or mix, and that can like fully just like bring you back into it and hype it up. And whenever you're sitting watching Vogue as well, and you just hear that land down under hit, yeah, it's another one of those last walkout from Vogue. And as they said there, future UFC Hall of Famer, two-time featherweight champion, and potential featherweight goat. The Aldo and him really is the argument. Current champion as well. Let's go, Volk. Come on. How can you not like Volk? Unless you were a Max Holloway fan at the start. But even if you didn't like Volk because you feel like Holloway should have beat him in those decisions, Volk eventually won everyone over in the end. No way you can't like Volk. Volk is a goat and a legend. Seems sound as well. You wouldn't even not like Volk because he won those fights. You would just you'd be like, Volk's a goat. Might have been annoyed, but even then, Volk is Volk. Right, and then he really proved it in the third fight. Devastating heartbreak for any Max Holloway fans. He bothered him. But shout out to both of them. Age 37 for Volk, 31 for Lopez. 5 inch height advantage for Lopez, and a 1 inch reach advantage of 72.5 for Lopez. Alexander Volkanovski is our slight favourite here. Very close one. Here, let's go, Volk. It's time. Lopez got that mullet. Gonna keep growing. Just walk in one day. Fully, like, fully growed out mullet. Mark Goddard, our referee here in the main event. Ah, bro, I can't take it. Where Volk loses, man. If I open TikTok tomorrow and just see like black and white video of this guy in his cowboy hat, and then it just transitions in some way to Volk getting KO'd, that will not be good. Can't watch it, bro. I think I made one edit of Taporia. Taporia completely ruined the timeline for a long time. Knocked out Volk, Charles, or Volk Holloway and Charles back to back to back. Devastating times. Three like actual fan favorites. Volk winning that fight. Was it April or May time? Somewhere around then. Volk winning that fight, or their first fight here was actually generational. Like it was so like what a moment. See him lose those fights and then come back and win. Unbelievable. 27-7 for Lopez, 5'11", 145, fighting out of Mexico. And he's the slight underdog, like he was in the first fight with Volk. Way. I do want to hear Volk's introduction because you kind of got to hear these things. There could be third fight if he loses here, so I don't know if he will retire. He said obviously that he won't retire. But he has also said in the past that he couldn't be bothered doing that rebuild again, so we'll see. Probably will be a third one. Let's hear this introduction. Close one there. I have elbowed my desk 3 times. Shout out Volk. That was a great introduction as well. Bruce Buffer. Right, let's go. Fight about to get underway. Please win. Got be 25 minutes of straight anxiety through the roof. I like Diego Lopez, but Volk is Volk is Volk. Go. Round one underway. Both players in center of the octagon. Ooh, try to get a bit shaky. Leg kick miss from Volk. And to find his range. Obviously, he was able to land a lot of hard shots on Lopez. He showed a great chin in their first fight. And Lopez likewise landed a lot of good shots on Volk as well. A kick missed again from Volk. Yeah, both fighters able to hurt each other in the last fight. Obviously, Lopez got the knockdown, but Volk was able to stun Lopez, even if he didn't get the knockdown. They both missed leg kicks on each other there. Volk doing good at center or circling the center of the octagon, instead of backing up straight line towards the cage, which is obviously a problem he's faced with his knockdowns. Blocks a head kick there from Lopez. Goes for the takedown, doesn't get it. Lopez looks for the right hand. Need Volk to circle off the cage here, and he does it brilliantly back into the center of the octagon. Very good work from the champion. And interesting that he went for the takedown though. I mean, obviously Volk has very good ground and pound, but obviously Diego Lopez is the biggest threat on the ground. That jiu-jitsu body kick from Volk. Nice elbow from Volk there. That one landed kind of stance switching, then elbows. He lands a hook now. An overhand and an overhand again. They like skimmed, by the way. I don't even know if the first one landed, but kind of right left combination from Volk. Back out of there. Oh, Volk checked that one. The shorts are class. The like Alexander the Great theme. The Great. He got blocked again from Volk. Obviously, some Makachev landed. We don't talk about that though. There's a nice left hook, right hook though from Volk. Kind of doing really good at the moment, mixing up whenever he does go in, like kind of faking with the legs, with a leg kick, and then switching it up to the head like he did with the elbow. The hooks there. 3 minutes left to go in this first round. Leg kick miss from Volk, head kick miss from Diego Lopez. Parries that jab, Volk. Lopez switching stances. Trying to just find his range, I think, at the moment. Misses a straight shot up the middle. Jab from Volk. Shoots in on a double leg. Doesn't get it, gets the body lock, clinch up against the cage now. Going for the trip here. As we know, Diego Lopez, if anything goes wrong on this for Volk, Diego Lopez is damaging on the ground if he's on top of you. So, see. Minute left to go. Separate, nice right hook upon separation from Volk. Diego Lopez pressuring forward now. Volk just needs to keep circling. Circle away from that right hand as well. He does kind of circle into it the moment here. And Lopez backs up off the pressure. Both fighters in the centre of the octagon again. Volk circling, but again it's into that backhand as he lands maybe an overhand. And a nice job as Lopez shakes his head. And a nice elbow into a trip from Volk. He's brands and stuff here. Nice job from Volk. Leg kick lands for Lopez. Doesn't matter if they shake their head, if it lands, it does damage. Wins you a point maybe. Wins you the round maybe. That's the thing. It's like you acknowledge you've just been whacked. Shake your head and say no, but you felt it. You felt something. Body kick or head kick blocked. Game by Volk, and that's the end for round one. 10-9 Volk. Very good range control, distance control, and circling from him. Those first two are the same things now I realise. But get these guys. Brody got tough right after that. Are you joking? Brody should not have been took out of the thing for that. Hopefully he actually didn't get kicked from the arena. Alright, let's go. Round one, I have that for Volk. Round two, about to get started here. Round two underway. Perfect timing again. No way we just. Wait, what? Oh no, I had it and I reset it. Oh no. We had it twice. We had the round timer twice. Then I ruined it that time, but it's a record twice in one stream. Lopez in southpaw now. Volk circling away. I think Volk naturally circles to his left. So Lopez obviously now looking for that lead hook. Overhand lands for Volk. Good inside low kick as well from him. Doesn't happen there, but a touch of the gloves from both fighters. Nice inside low kick again from Volk. Circling now again to the left as Lopez is now an orthodox kind of thing. Like in boxing, a lot of the times just make sure you're circling away from that backhand. Up. See if he can keep it, making it work. Body kick misses, leg kick lands for Lopez. Nice low kick again from Volk. Backs the one back from Lopez. Oh, good head movement there from Volk to get out of the way of that left hook and land his own jab before that. It is kind of like for Volk, really, his octagon in this fight has to be that inner octagon you see with people's names on it and stuff, not the cage. You do not want to be on that fence. Right hand misses for Lopez. Volk misses the leg kick. Jab from Volk though. Volk circling again. Lopez more pressure heavy in this round, trying to back Volk up. He throws a combination of hooks there. None of them land. Volk's back in the centre of the octagon. Nice double jab from Volk. Both fighters, I think they just clashed low kicks. That would hurt, man. Imagine going shin to shin. Uppercut now for Lopez, but a really nice check left hook for Volk to circle back into the centre of the octagon. Good boxing here from Volk so far. Good striking overall, but that was nice. That was a nice display of boxing as Lopez lands a jab. Right hand, left hand from Volk. Right, straight right down the middle. And our right hook is Volk. Lopez looks at uppercut. Volk circling now. I think he might have got poked in the eye or something. Caught underneath the eye for Volk, I think. Oh, huge overhand for Volk lands. He circles again. Volk's got to be in peak condition, by the way, to keep this circle and stuff up. I think he might be cut just a bit under that eye, that right eye. Missed that overhand that time, but lands a nice like, jab there. I think it's the way Volk kind of throws his first shot. He like goes over his front foot, kind of a stance switch type thing. But he does land well off like the second or third shot of that. He lands a nice jab, right hook there. Nice body kick though from Lopez. Lopez goes in for the single leg. Volk threatening the guillotine. Jump back. Volk actually jumps the guillotine. Either that is going to slip though, which isn't good. He's out of it. 30 seconds out to go in this round. Lopez is on top. 25 seconds. Can he do something to steal around here? Volk's smiling. Looking along ground and pound. Volk gets a leg on the hips. He's looking to move now. Gives up his back. Volk or Lopez takes it, but Volk gets up. Hooks in now. Is it? No. Hooks in now for Lopez. He's going for that choke. He's not going to get it. There's 3 seconds left in the round. He's one arm. Volk jumped the guillotine on him for the love of the game. Like, that's actually insane. Fair enough, mate. I think he knew he wasn't getting it because he looked up at the clock. Probably realised that there was 30 seconds and went for it. Thought he was just going to threaten it to like stop the takedown, but he just fully went for it. Either a nice inside low kick from Volk. Left hook or right hook though from Lopez in there. Big overhand from Volk on the chin of Lopez. Brilliant straight right down the middle as well for Volk. I think that might be where he got clipped. Where his eye might have hurt. Because it kind of looked like he might have got clipped in the eye. When he after the exchange in that last round. And then you kind of see like a glancing shot lands on it there, but he recovers. Round 3 underway, by the way. Forgot to say that. There's a nice low kick though from Lopez. Bulk circling again, just that inner octagon. That is actually what it is. It's like anytime Volk's foot, something might happen there, I don't know, but Lopez is laughing at something. But yeah, anytime Volk's foot pretty much goes on to that line that has all the names, that octagon, that black line, he just goes straight, keeps circling, make sure he tries not to go over too much. 1 foot in, 1 foot out maybe, but that's about as far as he wants to go. Lopez misses the double jab. Volk misses a low kick. Volk misses the hook there, but good distance control to get back out of there. Low kick miss for Lopez. Jab from Volk. Nice right hook from Volk. Once again, like that stance switch, and then he lands the right hook when Lopez was expecting the left. Jab, right hand misses for Volk, might have landed. Lopez shaking his head is confusing me. They're in the clinch now. As Volk misses another takedown, Lopez misses an elbow there to break. Jab from Volk. Keep circling, keep that movement. Don't stand still for too long. They're in the centre of the octagon at the moment. Oh, really nice right hand in between. And a right hand, that overhand hurt Lopez. Kind of buckled the knees a bit. And Volk goes for the single leg, doesn't get it. Jab from Volk, and he's pressuring the takedown again. Nice knee to the body from Lopez. They're in the clinch now up against the cage. Lopez might have been going for the guillotine there, and he misses. Good head movement there from Volk to avoid that hook. This is a great fight. Volk did hurt him a bit there. Nice 1-2 from Volk. Have that in the chin. He just eats it like but. Hook misses for Volk. Overhand misses again for him. Huge overhand, and that one nearly dropped Lopez. He just stays up. Like, that was a replay I was on by the way, not like what's actually just happened. Minute 20 left to go in this fight. Or not this fight, in this round. Third round, let's see what can happen. Nice job from Volk. Low kick missed for Lopez. Volk circling again. Both players just stand in the middle of the octagon here. Volk rushes in and gets dropped to the right hook. Maybe a loss of balance, but that's a good counter hook from Lopez. Volk rushed in with his own hook. Lopez putting on the pressure now. Nice right hand overhand left hook though from Volk. Please get off the cage, Volk. Stop circling towards the late hand. He's circling to his right now. He circles to his left. There we go. Nice. Kick misses for Lopez. Left hook from Volk. That's interesting. That one's close to that knockdown. Maybe. Oh, I'm still going to give that to Volk. Could be 2-1 though. Volk kind of rushed in and he got clipped with a right hook. That was definitely a knockdown. But he gets straight back up. Lopez misses the uppercut behind it. And the jab. Round 4. Championship round. Underway. Low kick from Volk. Low kick misses for Lopez. Or might have been checked. Hard to tell. Jab from Volk misses. That was a good adjustment though from Lopez in that last round to land that hook. Because that was kind of something that Volk has been doing repeatedly. He's been running in, switch stance. And throwing left and right leg kicks or something, takedown in between. That was a good adjustment as Lopez feints the takedown. That's something he needs to implement here, by the way, because that's obviously his main thing. There's a nice right hand from Vulcan straight out of the distance again, out of the range. I think this is what Mighty Mouse will call the void. If you watch this video, you'll probably hear about that. Him reacting to that, or to this fight. The nice overhand again from Volk. Jab hook now from Volk. Keep that movement, keep that circling. Then Volk check that leg kick again. Low kick from Volk. Lopez responds with a hook. Got there, that one was blocked though from Lopez. Blocked by Lopez, I mean. Nice low kick inside left hook from Volk. The Volk's not necessarily switching stances then throwing. He's throwing then switching stances in between. There's nice leg kicks though from Lopez. Obviously, makes it more difficult because his head changes position completely and everything. There's a nice right hand from Lopez. Bad miss from Volk. Volk needs to move here. Lopez coming in with some huge shots. He lands a left hook. You can kind of tell whenever Lopez knows to just go for it. Hopefully, Keyshawn Davis is still fighting. We get our time in it. They could have that fight could have been over. Probably still could have watched this full fight in between that and the main event coming on, so it doesn't even matter. Grab from Volk might have just landed. Not much thrown from either fighter here at this moment. Volk needs to get off the cage right about now. He's pushed back into the center of the octagon. There's a nice leg kick from Lopez. Nice overhand from Volk and a left hook behind it. He gets back into the center of the octagon. That's nice work from Volk. Lopez back to orthodox. Low kick miss from Volk. And he lands a low kick in the wrong place. Go. Lopez is 5 minutes. Accidental, by the way. Clearly goes for the inside low kick and lands it, unfortunately, up the middle. I think one of the worst ones I've seen before the fights last weekend. I rewatched Hemlet versus Chandler. Got a question some of Michael Chandler's files because that actually just looked like a tape kick or just a front kick straight to the straight below the belt, like back on the right here, by the way. A kick misses for Lopez. Nice overhand again from Volk. Volk's been good at countering with that overhand as well as being offensive with it. But mainly counter maybe. Nice job from Volk. Nice overhand from Volk, and that one's done Lopez again as he lands a jab. An overhand now again from Volk. Volk is not feared of a fair fight here at all. Head kick misses from Lopez, and I think Volk might have just made him slip there with a low kick. That is a Volk round. Volk could be up 4-1 here or 3-1. 4 or 3-1, I mean. It's a bit unfair to give it 4-0 because it has been, like, there has been a few close rounds, but I do think Volk has won every round. Or maybe he lost one, but I don't really think apart from that um he's lost around here. Or Jarrell Miller just fully throwing his wig out into the crowd in his fight earlier on. It was crazy. Round five, fifth and final round, about to get underway. Anyone on the card here? Not no, no legends, anyways. Let's go. Not in that camera angle. Maybe there is. Gab and Volk. Lopez is gonna go at it heavy in this round. So Volk needs to be careful. Keep that movement up. Keep that distance control up, and just keep countering overhand stuff like that. No rash. Lopez hurts his leg there. Maybe I think the body kick might have clipped Volk, and Lopez legs hurt here. Throws a body kick at Volk and then hurts his leg. Maybe partially blocked on the elbow, probably a toe, something injured there. But he's struggling to put pressure on that foot, I think. Not fully, he's just fighting through it now. Yeah. Yeah, but he was for a second. Did switch stances. Maybe still partially. Gavin Volk. Here, yeah. Oh, he goes that body kick, and his toes hit the elbow with Volk. Oh, great takedown from Volk. Great single leg. He is stuck in the guillotine though. Gonna get out of that. Yet they stand up. Knee to the head blocked from or foot blocked by Volk. Nice job from Volk. Ban and wrestling, please. Can we just we just keep the nice job from Volk. We just keep this control up on the feet. Oh, really nice trip though from Volk. Volk clearly confident in his wrestling here against Lopez. Got the body lock up against Cage. Grip separated by Lopez. Focus for the trip again. Good defense there from Volk because I'm pretty sure Lopez was going for a spin elbow. Volk straight back on him in the clinch up against Cage here. 3 minutes set to go. Lopez spins it around though. Now he's got the body lock. Let's see what he can do. Going for the back. Volk gets the underhook. Lopez gets the trip though. Volk's just going to fight to his feet. He's going to sprawl now. Oh no, Lopez is on his back. Volk just keeps moving. Keep up the movement. Volk's going to stand here, but Lopez is going for that choke. Got his hooks in. Let's see how long he can hold his position in the back. I think he's about to slip. Yeah. Volk trying to throw him off, but he does get that body triangle here. Breaks the body triangle over by Volk. Lopez looking like he's going to slip off the side here. He also he regains up. That's great use of the cage actually though for Lopez to regain that position. Volk spins around and now Volk sprawling on that double leg attempt from Lopez's hands. Two nice elbows in there. Three now. Oh, come on, bro, please don't jump that gilly. Like, the gilly is not in, our guillotine is not in. I had that, like, partially on the chin. Looked up at the clock. Please don't jump that. I would have instantly slid off that. There's two nice shots though from Volk as he spun the clinch around now. Got the body lock. Going for the trip again. Gets the trip, but Lopez stays on his feet. Nice knee to the head there from Volk, and that's illegal. Lopez breaks the body lock again. He's going to look for the spinning elbow, so it's important for Volk to keep this position. Lopez going for the Kimura now on Volk, who was going for single leg. Volk rolls out of it. Lopez looking to get on his back again. Lopez looking to take the arm now in an arm bar. Got in position here. Volk is too determined to wrestle. Minute left in this round. Let's see if he can get the arm bar. Maybe Volk can. Oh, he's slipping on that grip. He's out of it. Volk's out of it. Volk is on top with a minute and a half to go here. Volk is mounted north-south position. Best way we could put it, sitting on top of Lopez is another way to put it. But he's facing the cage, Lopez is not. Interesting position here. I don't know what can be done from here, to be honest with you. This is such a strange position. Lopez is probably looking for a heel hook or something from here. 15 seconds left to go. Volk stands. Lopez has a hold of the leg. Volk lands a ground and pound shot. And again. And there's two more, three more, four more. Alexander Volkanovski wins again, surely. No doubt about it. That's 5-0 in my books. Unbelievable from Volk. I know I didn't put my prediction out, but that is exactly what I had predicted. That's not going to sound true, but I promise it was. knew from the rematches about Holloway and stuff, I knew Lopez didn't have the time to get what was needed to win in the rematch. And that's exactly what happened there. Volk's definitely going to win that. Yeah, actually, before, not good scenes for Shavkat Rakhmonov, who is seemingly re-injured his knee, had surgery again as he was spotted on crutches today. So all the best to him, and I wish him a recovery. I wish to see him back soon. He's a great fighter. But I do believe Volk is about to get the win here again. I think he knew he was going to get it. Very, very good. This wrestling was actually all right there, and the fact that he was able to get off of those threatened submissions so easily shows the improvement in his game. All right, so let's hear the decision. Let's go. Yep, we're getting it here. Yep. Surely this is Volk though. Here. So let's go. And still 49, 46, 49, 46, and 50, 45 as the the dancing Volkanovski, the shaft cooking with Volk. Well, he just cooked again. He cooked Diego Lopez completely. Won every round. Let's go. Shout out Volk. Such a legend in the sport. Yeah, man. Anyone calling up or Twitter needs to go. Twitter called Twitter. Just Twitter is full of haters. Someone just called that boring. Forget about people like that. Who cares what they think? Clearly, don't know what they're talking about. What a fight from Volk. Um, DC said it. He's now matched Jose Aldo in title defenses at featherweight. Look, it's now up to discretion, but I do think maybe you look at I mean, Holloway was unbeaten for 10 years. Volk was also unbeaten for a long period of time. You look what the names Volk's beat, the names Aldo's beat, obviously like some Mendes stuff like that. Volk's beat. I mean, I think I might be able to recap the whole thing here. Hold on, hold on. So Volk wins it against Holloway, wins it against Holloway. He's beat Holloway 3 times. So that's Volk. He's beat Brian Ortega. Generational moment in that when he escaped the guillotine. Beat the Korean Zombie as well. Beat Diego Lopez. Now he's beat Diego Lopez again. I feel like I'm missing something. But let's find out. Well, let's go Volk. Alright, so let's see it. Lopez. Then he beats. Oh yeah, Rodriguez. Forgot about that one. Then Max Holloway. Before that, the Korean Zombie Brian Ortega. And then before that, Holloway again. And then he wins the belt off Holloway. And it is to be mentioned before that he did beat Jose Aldo. Obviously, that's Aldo towards the end of his career, not in his prime. But if you're going to argue who's the best of all time, Volk did beat him. That is a UFC over though. Let's go. Shout out Alexander Volkanovski, absolute legend of the sport. Goat of the sport. Let's go. Lopez definitely broke his toe or something, or broke his foot. Um, whenever Volk blocked that body kick, but Volk, Volk got a switch, but Volk did fall for Lerone Murphy there. Or Avloev, he said he wants one of those newer, tougher challenge, or not tougher, because obviously Lopez is pretty tough, but newer challenge. Obviously, he's already fought Lopez. Yeah, that great performance from Volk. Excited to see him next. Excited to see him back. 37 now and still winning. So look, let's see him get in there against I'd prefer Lerone Murphy over Alhoev just because of the knockout and stuff. But either one of those would be class to see. Let's go Volk, absolute legend. Come on. I the boxing is about to start. We just switched over, but I will be back in a minute. Alright, I'm back. Apologies, Bob. Oh, Michael Buffer getting us underway here with the introductions. I'm hyped to this one. I do gotta change the go quickly. If you come into the chat, let me know who you've got. Before Stevenson gets announced here, going to become a 4-weight world champion. Perfect timing, but you say as well. Alright, quickly in the chat, let me know who you've got. Put it up. Fight hasn't started yet, by the way. 24-0 with 11 KOs for Shakur Stevenson, 3-weight world champion, and the fighter of the year, Terence Crawford, one of the best fighters ever in his corner. 3 undisputed world champion. If you did see my prediction video, I did pick Shakur for this one. Picked him by decision. Don't know though, it's such a close fight. Like, I don't know. But this is for the WBO and the Ring Magazine welterweight world titles, I think, or super lightweight actually. 22 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws, 13 knockouts for Teofimo Lopez. Let's go. We are hyped for this one. It's one of the best fights the boxing has seen in a while. Obviously, since the entrance of the Ring Magazine and Turkey El Sheikh um, brought all the promoters together, and we have seen a lot of big fights from it. This is another one. I'd rather be in the corner of Teofimo Lopez, but this is like seriously big fight. It's interesting to see. Hopefully, the right Teo showed up. Yeah. If anyone's tuning in, by the way, I mean, if you're looking for the UFC, it is over. Bulk did win via unanimous decision, so that's just in case that happens for anyone. Let's go. Both fighters to the center of the ring. The size difference here, so pretty similar. Of course, power is obviously the thing. It could make a difference in this fight. Maybe Teo just does walk through it and go for everything he can, but gotta watch. Of course, timing. And he's very accurate. Obviously, counter defense stuff like that. Yeah, let's go. I should talk a full round for those introductions to end. It's round 1. About to get underway here. Come on. Like, what are we waiting for? Nice. Round 1 underway. Go. Teo starts out with a double jab straight away. At that time. I didn't land it yet. Lovely counter jab from Shakur as Teo threw a big right hook. Checking him there. Making him, showing him you can't just run in. Nice counter from Shakur, who's on the defense already. Not in like a bad way. Like, obviously that's his style. Teo missed another few there. I think Teofimo Lopez is going to look to make a statement tonight, so it should be interesting to see what happens. It actually looks like Shakur sees shots before they're even through, and he's already like gone. He's out of there. This is like great defense against a great offense. Goes, but Teo also has very good defense. Just another double jab there. For a lot more, Shakur's probably landed more percentages, but he has 32 punches. Teo's threw a lot, but pretty much missed all of them. Jab from Shakur might have just landed there. Obviously, Shakur showed the ability to withstand a lot of pressure as he lands another jab there in the last fight, but also to stand his base and go for it and throw. Yeah, jab misses again for Teo. Oh, at that range at the moment for Teo. Shakur's looking to get his foot on the outside. Southpaw here. That left hook might have just landed for Teo. Although Shakur did roll with it or like move his head over with it, so it's hard to tell if he did land that clean or not. Shakur looks very comfortable in there as he lands a nice jab. Teo's on the like defensive line now. Seeing what Shakur has to offer as he counters with a nice jab and a right hand there from Shakur in that one. Got Teo off balance a wee bit. It might have been the foot of Shakur, but that was a nice 1-2 from Shakur. Right hook block, left hook misses from Teo. Goes straight to the body, straight to the head. Nice jab from Shakur over the top of the shoulder, the late hand of Lopez. Nice jab again from Shakur's Teo. Swings a haymaker. As the end of round one. Yeah, I've got that 10-inch core. He looks hyped going back to the corner. All right, let's go. As we see here, Volk tied Jose Aldo for the most title fight wins in UFC featherweight history. That's what it was. Again, let me know in the poll. We are about to start the second round. So it's still time to vote. Still waiting for people to get out of the ring. And here we go, round two underway. See what adjustments Teo makes. Kind of struggled with range in that last round. Nice foot feint from Shakur. Nice job behind it. Teo maybe lands the right hand to the body. Teo was down very low for those body shots. Nice right hand to the body for Teo. The left hook misses to the head though behind it. Jab from Shakur. Jab again from Shakur. And Teo's definitely looking to see what he can get off the counter here. Nice uppercut though from Shakur. Shakur misses an overhand right. But he's willing to stand. Throw a power shot. Jab from Shakur. Catches Teo coming in and gets him in the clinch. He flexes on him on the way out of it and walks out of it. Oh. Oh, nice overhand from Shakur. Teo might have just clipped him back in response, but he was kind of off balance. Shakur did land that overhand though. Does leave quite a big opening though when you're going for that. Teo was looking for the straight shot down the middle. He misses another three, I think that was. Kind of jabbed the body right to the head, jabbed to the head. Shakur's ratty on that counter. Sharp in there the night. Nice check hook from Shakur. Teo his hands down now against the ropes, looking for that counter. Shakur. Good footwork as well there, by the way. Nice uppercut though from Teo. Shakur responds with the left hook. Nice jab from Shakur again. Lovely. Really sharp in there tonight with that jab. Yeah, Teo throws the right. Teo throws a jab, goes to the right hand, and scores out of there. He misses a left hook, and scores Stevenson down, kind of a trip. Don't worry about that. Jab. Teo misses the hook again. Jab again from score. Nice jab again from score. And again. Hanging the head off him with that jab. Very confident going back into the corner again for score Stevenson. That is 2-0 to him, in my opinion. Round 3 underway. Apologies for the late timer. Scored back on the jab again. Oh, nice right hook from Shakur. Brilliant footwork there to get on the outside. Then throw the jab or use the jab to get around the outside. And then right hook behind it. Lands clean. Nice job from Shakur again. Jab again. Four. Nice job. Yeah, I mean, it's going to sound like I'm on repeat here, but that jab Shakur couldn't be any sharper right now. Ooh, there he goes for it again. Pretty much anytime Teo comes in to close the range, Shakur gets out of there. Like I've said, the ring is pretty big. And then pretty much just jabs him. Jab at the body there from Shakur. Very quick, getting in and out there as well. There's a nice 1-2 from Shakur. He looks over to Bud, I think, at ringside. Mindling there now. Two misses from Shakur. Good head movement there from Lopez. Good movement there from Shakur to get out of range of Lopez. Making a miss. There's a nice right hand to the body though for Lopez. And he gets in under the jab of Shakur and then gets that body shot. It was nice. As Shakur lands his own straight left now to the body. Quick. Way. Just missed the counter right hook there, Shakur. There's a right hand to the body again for Rafael Lopez. Just kind of square up at that. Both fighters made a clash heads there. There's a nice left hook, right hook in the clinch. And the referee steps in and Theo lands his own left hook and then the referee just walks away. They did separate though. Theo missed the left hook to the body, missed the jab, now missed the 1-2 now. Interesting to see maybe if Theo can get his timing later in this fight. Alright now, what an uppercut from Shakur. Shakur's got the range mastered at the moment. The jab, well behind it. Theo misses another 3 punches. I really, really want to see Theo's landed to not landed ratio because he's missed a lot. Round four about to get underway here. Round four underway. Theo misses the jab to the body again. Shakur responds with a left hook to the body. That's actually a left hook that Shakur's been landing a mile away instead of a right hook. For a lot of times, when fighters are southpaws, you get that mixed up. Theo misses another two. Trying to get a screenshot here from their from their Instagrams for whoever wins. Multitasking, nice job, uppercut. Might have just missed for score, but nice job again. Up again. You kind of hesitated that time, I think. Forward pressure now with that jab. He lands a nice right handed body. That's a shot that's got through for him. He missed the uppercut. Nice shot at the body from Shakur. Jab from Shakur's tail was kind of smiling. Nice right hook to the body. And a slip from Lopez. Nice uppercut to the body again from Shakur. The ref did say on the last one to keep him up, but I don't think it was low. Nice job from Shakur for me. Job is money right now. Nice body shot though from Teo. Nice 1-2 from Shakur. Maybe he's clipped him on the side of the head. That jab lands clean on the nose though. Jab again from Shakur. He lands that right hand to the body again as he backs Shakur up onto the ropes. Goes back into the center of the ring. Nice left hook, or nice right hook at the time, actually, it was. From Shakur, the lead hook. Nice right hand from Shakur for me. Heel throws two, Shakur blocks him and then just counters with the right hand out of that fully shell. Heel blocks that right, or that left hand though. Nice check left hook from Shakur. He kind of taunted a bit, threw his arms out left and right. Theo doesn't see him come in, and Shakur lands a check left hook to end the round. 4-0 Shakur Stevenson. Yeah, that wasn't low. That was a pretty perfect body shot from Shakur Stevenson that made I think it was a slip like, but that kind of exchange there. Holloway three times, Lopez twice, Yair Rodriguez, Korean Zombie, and Brian Ortega. Title defenses for, or get title wins for Volk. Round five about to get underway here in this fight. Up again from Shakur. Nice counter right hand from Shakur. Nice 1-2 from Shakur. Quick in there tonight, sharp. Oh, snaps the head back there of Teo with that jab. 1-2 blocked. Nice job. Teo kind of misses the 1-2, leaves himself open for a second, and just gets jabbed right in the face. It's 1-2 from Shakur. Commentator also has it 4-0. That was quick. Fans also have it 4-0 score. He blocks a right hand there. Goes to right hand of the body again. Nice chop. Theo had his hands down, was in the middle of head movement. Shakur just pinged him with that. Jab again. Double jab now from Shakur. Shakur is literally beating him with the jab. He caught that right hand of the body, but this was counter. It was in with a combination, but Shakur just covers up, blocks everything, and now lands his own right hand to the body. Or left hand, sorry. Keep forgetting he's southpaw. Jab now from Shakur. Oh, really nice jab. Straight in the nose from Shakur. He lands it right to the body. And again, there's a nice inside hook though from Shakur. Referee warning both fighters about their heads. Looked like Shakur got the worst of that. Kind of a rough exchange though. Theo misses another few shots. And again. Great body shot there from Theo. Might have just got that through the gap in the Philly shell. Right hand blocked. Back left hook from Shakur. That's another round Shakur. He's literally just winning this fight with his jab, really. Like 5-0, by the way. Round 6 about to start here. Halfway mark of the fight. We go round 6 underway. Jab to the body. Jab from Shakur to the head. Jab again from Shakur. Really got that timing down. Jab. Few misses, I think, there. Few misses the right hand to the body. End up in the clinch. Separated now. Down goes Theo. But it slipped. Interesting though, Shakur did land 2 shots. They was kind of just running in. There's a nice jab again from Shakur. I really want to see the numbers on this, but I don't know why we're not getting them. Here we go. Punches thrown. Giving Lopez 45. Total punches landed in round 5, it says here, or round 5. Total punches landed 7. Shakur Stevenson thrown 33. Landed 18. That might be the whole fight. No, that was last round. So very low land percentage for Lopez, as we're seeing here. And like I was saying, like half land percentage for Shakur. Is that jab? Oh, really nice check left hook and now cut above the eye of Team Lopez. Like a right hook, actually, that is. Body shot blocked by Score. Yeah, one thing that Philly shell's effective for is blocking body shots. Like, that helps. Theo misses a huge overhand. Goes southpaw now and gets clocked with a right hook. Nice right hand to the body. That was nice from Theo. Threw two jabs and then straight right to the body. Tries it again, but Shakur hits him with a jab. Nice right hand from Shakur Stevenson and left hook behind it. That jab again, but they're in the clinch now. Trading hooks. Body shot missed by Shakur. Shakur misses a straight right at the end of it, or straight left at the end of it as well. Another round for Shakur Stevenson. 6-0. The fight seems to be going quicker now for some reason, but I don't even think there's an argument for Teo to have won around it. Round 7, about to get underway here. Teo has to win every round from here on out. At least even get a draw, in my opinion. So round 7 underway. Double jab right hand, or double jab left hand from Shakur. Jab again from Shakur. Teo misses again. Misses again. Nice job from Shakur. That is the story of this fight, is the jab and the defense of Shakur Stevenson. Like, he's so quick at reacting and getting out of the way of the shots into the body. There's a nice job from both fighters. Shakur seems to be talking to him at points in there. In the clinch here. What's the referee done there? Still got the feeling I kind of had in the first round though. Core just looks sharper in there tonight, man. Like, it's gonna be difficult for anyone to land on him, but the fact that Teo's finding it this difficult, 7 rounds into the fight, so it was like 6.5 rounds into the fight, land on him as Shakur lands another nice left hook. You know, kind of shows how world class this defense really is. And he's not quote unquote running, as people would say. Like, he's still his base. He's used his footwork in the center of the ring to really use good movement and good defense, because obviously the ring is bigger here. Well, so he's done, like, if he was running around the ropes, that'd be crazy. Not, and he's walking forward all the time here, by the way. Nice right hand to the body from Teo. That's really all he's been able to hit with or hit score with tonight. Score lands his own left to the body there, maybe. He belt here at ringside. Nice job to the body from Shakur, and that was quick. Got misses from Shakur. Teo on the back foot now. Misses about 2 or 3 jabs. Lands that right hand to the body again, though. Shakur lands an uppercut to the body now. There's a nice combination from Teo. 1 or 2 might have got through there. Kind of like a jab, right hand, jab, left hook or something. His body shot from Shakur again. Jab from Shakur. Way, that right hand That left hand would have landed. There's a nice. Theo finally lands to the head of Shakur Stevenson, and Shakur hits him back with one. I still think that's Shakur's round. That round was a lot closer, but I still think Shakur got it. Like Theo, that was probably the first backhand that Theo landed to the head all night so far. 7 rounds into the fight. That's crazy. Round 8 about to get started. And Teofimo Lopez is not a not a not at the pace, not matching score at all at the moment. He's hooked to the body from Theo. Both fighters missed there coming out of the clinch. Through 7 rounds, power thrown by Lopez 111. He has landed 18. Scores through 64 and he has landed 33. That shows you Teofimo Lopez has barely landed 10% of his power punches. Scores landed 50. That is efficiency, accuracy. He has efficiency as much as accuracy. He doesn't need to throw as much, but Teo is throwing a lot. And we're 8 rounds in, he still has not got range at all. That's kind of a nice job there, maybe. Defense from Shakur. Shakur just has that hand placement. Nice counter, but both miss. Teo might have blocked that counter. Nice right to the body though from Teo, on again. Or hits him with the jab in between. Nice right hand to the body again from Teo. Jab and Shakur. Nice shot from Teo. Jab and Shakur again. Reopen that cut by the looks of it above the eye of Teo. Shakur blocks the right hand. Jab and Shakur. Teo rips to the body. Probably lands a left hook in there. Or straight out of the way of that right hand. Or walking Teo down is crazy. Or just lets him get off the ropes there. Smart move though, because Teo's definitely looking for a counter. That's a really nice left hook to the body though there. Swelling on that eye as well, Teo's. Best round yet though for him. The waves on the crowd. And Shakur covers up in the corner, probably blocked every one of those punches. I give that round to Teo. It is 7-1 though. No. Teo needs a stoppage here, by the way. Get a closer look at that eye. Well in there. The cut, yeah, the cut is like the eyelid is like swole, and then the cut is on that. But it looks good. R9 underway. Great work to the body there from Teo when he advanced on it with the hooks, because he has been landing that. There's a nice job from him, but he has been landing that straight right to the body all night. There's a nice left hook though from Stevenson, and the job now. Shakur didn't really throw as much of this job in the last round. He needs to keep that up this round again. Good defense from him there. He missed again. He was bound to be tired. The amount of punches he's missed is insane. Job and Shakur. The thing with Shakur's power as well is like even when he's going forward, he's probably like there. You tell he was so defensively minded. He's not going to fully commit. There's a good body shot from him. Nice left hook to the body again from Teo though. He's finding a home for that maybe. Just for it again. Misses now with that backhand. Oh, nice counter from Shakur. He shrugs it off. Out of range again. There's that jab again. Shakur Stevenson on a left hook. Teo swings out a huge overhand behind it. Shakur landed. Teo didn't. A right hook from Shakur. Jab from Shakur there. Pretty 50-50 this round. Nice check hook from Shakur. Teo closed the distance. See the reddening on that side of the face with the cut of Teo. Good body shot from Teo again. Landing that left hook nice the past 2 rounds. The body. Still not much to the head of Shakur Stevenson. Shakur responds with a lightning fast counter there. Teo goes in for the body shot. Teo goes in for 4 now, misses. Misses the 2 behind it as well. He's land here. Nice check left hook. Jab to finish the round from Shakur Stevenson. Feel like that one was closer. Maybe Shakur though. Feel like he was more efficient again. He hit 1 Shakur. Back to the good work with the jab and the counters there for him in that round. He was still landed that left hook to the body a couple of times, but that's kind of his only punch that he's got that on the right hand of the body. Comes out again. Around 10. Nice little delay here. Come on, show the round timer. Never mind, man. Both fighters missed their hooks. Heel lands a nice uppercut to the body there as he backs Shakur into the corner. Shakur backing up now. A nice jab from Teo. Right hand to the body from Teo. Looking more loose in there. Shakur responds with a nice jab. And again, that counter jab is insane tonight. Teo rips the left hook to the body twice. Counter jab again. Shakur. That eye is busted up, and that jab is the reason. Shakur blocks a right to the body from Teo. Grab him, Shakur. To the body from him. Both fires miss there. This is the difference. Like, if Shakur misses, he misses once usually, whereas Teo misses about 4 times. Nice job from Shakur. Check left hook now from Shakur. Back right hook. And again, a nice body shot behind it by Shakur. Nice job. You can tell maybe Teo was even waiting for that job. Shakur lands 2 body shots. Yeah, and like a hands down trying to use head movement to avoid it. Shakur still too quick. Lands it clean. Couple more body shots for Teo. 1-2 miss or 1-2 blocked by Shakur. Nice right to the body though from Teo. Job and Shakur again and again. Again. Job from Shakur again. Nice job again. That eye is really bleeding now. I'm probably gonna re-upload my reaction to this fight. Um, I don't edit it, but if I did, I would probably just put a jab counter in there. See how many times I say jab, because Shakur's landed about 200 of them. Another Irish score. I know you got in the poll. Theo there. Theo is currently down 9-1, or at least 8-2. Round 10 or round 11 getting underway here. Masterclass so far from Shakur Stevenson. Can he keep it up for the next 2 rounds and become the new WBO and Ring Magazine champion and a 4-weight world champion while he's at it? Jab again. Couple of hooks on the inside from Shakur. There's a nice 2 to the body from Teo. Yeah. Ain't no one on the commentator scorecard. Couple of hooks into the body on the inside clinch from Shakur. Jab from Shakur. Nice right left or straight left from Shakur now. Oh, nice inside jab. Nice. Oh my. Teo comes in and Shakur changes the angle and just throws the jab up. Clean on the eye. Nice again. Straight in the nose. Or Teo looking to rip a few shots to the body now. The inside. That's been his only hope. Like, of even pretty much landing the whole fight. I think he's landed one straight left to the head. Not even joking. There's a nice shot from Shakur again. He blocks the 1-2 from Teo. Out of the way at that time. A nice both fetch actually blocked those shots. It's to the body from Teo. Once again, it's kind of part of a combination, and that's his only punch. That and the left to the body he's landed. He lands. I mean, that's the best work he's probably done the whole fight. There's a straight right and two left hooks. The body landed clean. He jumps in for another shot. Shakur clocks him though with a left hook. Then straight left to the body from Shakur. Jabbing on that eye again. Teo. Flurry's on the inside. Jab from Teo. Oh, huge straight left from Shakur. Snaps the head back at Teofimo Lopez. Then he hits him with three clean jabs. And Teo runs in to try and land something, but he gets nothing. As Shakur Stevenson goes up 10-1 in this fight. This is absolutely ridiculous right now from Shakur Stevenson. This is a masterclass. Teo's cut above the eye is really bad now. Swollen cut. That is a long cut. I don't know how deep it is, but it's pretty long. As the 12th and final round is underway, Teofimo Lopez needs a knockout. It is not even remotely close on the scorecard. I have it, and most others have it. 10-1 score Stevenson. Maybe at most you could have it 9-2, or at least for Teofimo Lopez, but that is it. Probably closer to Shakur being 11-0 right now than Teo being 9-2, or Shakur being 9-2. Like, Teo getting 2 rounds, or blocks him again. Good defense from Shakur there, block. And that is really the thing. Like, his defense can either be head movement in a Philly shell, or it can be just a normal guard. Can be getting out of there with footwork. Like he's just done there now to avoid the body shot from Teofimo Lopez. There's so many elements to that defense that even if you think you're there, you're not. A nice shack hook from Score. He just makes me Teo miss again. That's the job. Teo might have got something there though. Well, anyone concerned about Teofimo's power for Score in this fight? Um, Power doesn't matter when you don't land it. So nice job again from Score. Score doesn't even have a mark on his face, man. Like Score looks like he's in round one. Teo looks like he's Teo looks like he's in round 12 with his head being punched off him. And like it's crazy the damage comparison to the side of the face of Teo that faces the jab Score to the side that doesn't. There's a really nice body shot from Score. Great timing there. Teo rips two to the body as well, and Score lands a 1-2. There's a minute left in this round, and Teo needs to throw everything he's got pretty much. Back Shakur into the corner, but they're in the clinch. Nice job from Shakur. You missed the left of the body. Shakur responds with the right to the head. Nice shot again from Shakur. Great left. Teo smiles at him, but I think Teo knows that he's well beat here. Borland's double jab. Oh, huge overhand for Teo, maybe. He goes in for a combination, score lands job again in between it. And that is it. Four-weight world champion and the new WBO and Ring Magazine champion as Teo does a lap around the ring. It is certainly defeat for him. 11-1, Shakur Stevenson. Absolute masterclass in defense, range, distance, timing, jab, everything. Without a doubt, Teofimo Lopez is defeated there. Shakur Stevenson is very happy. That was crazy. How that fight went. And a very happy Terence Bud Crawford in the ring as well. Terence Crawford is laughing and dancing in the face of Teofimo Lopez. Without me. And that is another big fight coming up. Ryan Garcia takes on Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight world title. An interesting fight. Barrios coming off the back of two draw title defenses. I don't think I've ever seen Bud happier in his life or in his career. Like actually, Bud has won undisputed like 3 times. I don't think I've ever seen this happy. I actually like. There's no like master class. I don't even know if it's a word fully or like a full on single word, but that is the only way you can describe that performance. Just every that defense, that range, and the footwork to get out of shots, the guard, the Philly shield, the block shots, head movement, along with it, then the counter along the back of those like Philly shell shoulder rolls, the body shots. I mean, but I mean literally, Shakur Stevenson won this fight with a jab, and that is a jab and defense. Shakur Stevenson won this fight with. I really do feel like you actually probably could have tied Shakur's was he southpaw? So Shakur's you could have tied Shakur's left hand behind his back, and he probably would have won that fight with his jab. Not even joking. As we wait for the official decision here. Shout out to whoever else is in here, by the way. We're about to get the official decision. Interesting to hit scorecards, but I do feel like pretty clear 11-1 score. He was kind of taken off around 9. Both fighters embrace here. Teo knows he's beat. I mean, Teo is not stupid. Unfortunately for him. But I do want to hear the decision here. Score. Yeah, I don't know the official scorecards yet because they literally just brought them to the center of the ring, give Shakur the belt. What are we saying here? 119, 109, 119, 109 unanimous. Oh, I hear this interview while I tweet. All right, so quick update here. Before Stevenson calls out Connor Ben as Connor Ben gets in the ring, and they kind of have a shouting match, and Corey is presented with a brand new Ring Magazine belt here. Teo's kind of in the background, so I think we're going to hear from him. Be interesting to hear what he has to say, but I think it's pretty predictable. He just couldn't get the timing or the range. Of course, defense too good, and we'll hear from him now. All right, so no excuses at all from Teofimo Lopez there. Said he could say a lot of things, but it'd still be the wrong thing. So shout out to him. No excuses for the loss. I don't know how that happened, but I mean that is crazy. Super welterweight or super lightweight, junior welterweight, world champion, Shakur Stevenson. He's now four weight world champion as he completely dominates, outclasses, and absolutely annihilates Teofimo Lopez with his jab. And elite, world class, arguably best in the world defense at this rate. So clean in there. So sharp with that jab. Said he knew the holes in Teo's game, and people were going to say that after this he's going to be you have the best jab in the world. I mean, that's one way to do it, because he literally could have won that fight with one hand, and that's his jab hand. He's now the WBO super lightweight and the Ring Magazine super lightweight world champion, or junior welterweight as they say more commonly. Has a shouting match with Conor Ben after it. Conor Ben says come up to 147. Shakur Stevenson says he wants to see a rehydration clause on Conor Ben as they put on Eubank. 72 landed out of 468 thrown for Teofimo Lopez. 165 landed for 372 for Shakur Stevenson. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Wow. He landed at 15%. Warrior world champion, featherweight, junior lightweight, junior welterweight. Shout out to Shakur Stevenson. Elite, pound, best in the world performance there. Waiting here. I knew how much, like, I knew that whatever Theo had landed was going to be like 10% of what he threw. Accuracy from Shakur, defense from Shakur. Like, all right, look, UFC 325. That was a wrap. Efim Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. That was a wrap. And Theatre at the Mill, Mark Dunlop, MHD Promotions. That is a wrap. It's been a very eventful day. Josh Kelly gets the upset win as well to become the IBF World Champion. Shout out to him. Shout out to Ram Burnett actually as well. He is over there with Team Cali. For anyone who does not know, Ram Burnett is a very good fighter, unified world champion. Um, Unfortunately, an injury brought an end to his career, but that is not what matters because where he had was spectacular. Um, but he is actually shout out to him by the way, because he's actually doing the Belfast Marathon. So he's going to run the marathon, pushing. I think it's like a pram or like buggy type thing that it weighs same amount as Ricky Hatton when he won his first world title, which is 63.5 kg, and he's over there doing 5Ks, and he's done he who's at an 18-mile run well with it. So shout out to him doing it for mental health and obviously raise awareness for that. Shout out to Ram Burnett. That's for a great cause. Um, yeah, shout out to Ram Burnett, and I hope all goes well for him. Yeah, very eventful day. A lot of fights. Josh Kelly gets the upset. Fair enough. Didn't see that coming. I'll be honest with you. I kind of knew if there's a way to win, that would be it for him. Didn't expect him to drop him. He caught him with a perfectly timed jab, um, and did survive later in the fight when he got dropped. So shout out to him. Well done, Josh Kelly. And excited to see what's next for him because apparently it's going to be Jerome Boots Annis. But we'll see. But great performance from him. Everyone on the MHC promotions card all performed brilliantly. Great fights from all of them. Shout out to everyone. It's a great card. Great to be there. Once again, thanks for having me. Mark Dunlop, MHC Promotions. Then we have UFC 325. Alexander the Great, Alexander Volkanovski, beats Diego Lopez for the second time as he ties Jose Aldo in UFC title fight wins at 8. He's defeated Max Holloway 3 times, Brian Ortega, Korean Zombie, Yair Rodriguez, and Diego Lopez twice now. Dan Hooker gets stopped with ground and pound by Benoit Saint Denis, co-main event. And then lastly, Shakur Stevenson puts on a defensive masterclass, a masterclass in the jab, in the range, in the defense. Like I said, everything in there tonight was perfect from Shakur Stevenson as he completely dominates, defeats Teofimo Lopez, and becomes a four-weight world champion. It is 6:22 a.m. So look, it has been an absolutely action-packed day, and I think it is about time that I get some sleep. So shout out to anyone that joined the live stream along the way. Oh yes, and we get that feeling, we get that good feeling, getting a prediction video out, getting not getting one out because I did actually not get my UFC one out, but getting it right. I picked Shakur. Shakur wins, so that's what we love to see. I did pick Volk, but that video did not go out. You gotta trust me. I picked Volk, and he wins as well. I knew there wasn't going to be enough time for Lopez to improve in between, so that's why I picked him and proved right. And also, Volk is better in rematches. And now we're here after this fight. It's now 6:23. That's going to be all. Shout out to anyone I'm at today. Shout out to anyone who's come along during the stream. Shout out to anyone who's liked, subscribed along the way. They followed on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. You can go and do that now. You see all the ads around the screen. That's going to be all for me from me today over here in ACS Combat. Appreciate everyone. Thank you. Have a good day, good morning, good sleep, wherever you are, wherever you're from. Back, let's go. You.